Hi guys, this is Hafiz. On the wrist today I have Audemars Piguet Royal Oak reference 15400, which is the largest Royal Oak ever made with an oversized case diameter of 41mm. If you're interested in the history of this brand and especially this model I'm reviewing today, don't forget to watch the part 1 of this video. The link for the video will pop up on your screen towards the end of this video. Over the past 4 decades, this watch has become an icon of Swiss luxury and a symbol of excellence in the human endeavors to deliver the best-in-class craftsmanship. Introduced in Basel 2012, there isn't much that has changed in this model except the case diameter, which has gone up to 41 mils in the case you're looking at today. Let's start with the dial, and all I can say is this is the dial that takes my breath away. Sporting the iconic silver grand tapestry pattern, each dial is made exactly the same traditional way as it was more than 4 decades ago. Applied AP logo just below the 12 o'clock hour marker, an AP nameplate right under it allowed double baton markers at 12 o'clock to make a return in this model. The combination of white gold hour markers and hands on top of silvered tapestry pattern dial make this dial so balanced that I'm yet to see another dial that comes close to this perfection. What's worth noting here is the shape of hour markers that AP have put in this dial, making them perfectly suitable for refracting light and reflections. The white gold applied hour markers and hands with luminescence make the dial easy to read and, well, extremely easy to admire. The hour markers are slightly angled and chamfered at the sides along with more straight and taller profile, creating a symphony of light, shades, contrast, reflections and colors. The same angled sides are followed on the dial hands to enable them to reflect light the same way. The reflection of light on the silver dial is highly superior to any other watch I have ever seen, which projects all shades from silver to white to off-white to even pearl, depending upon light conditions and angle of watch face to the light source. A close-up shot of dial reveals more intricate details as you start to notice the concentric grooves amongst the tapestry pattern. The grooves are slightly hard to see from naked eye, but the reason for them being there is to lend a sunburst effect to the dial, which is undoubtedly beautiful. The details that you get because of tapestry pattern are so refined that the grooves inside each square shape in the pattern gives multiple shades and hence the colors within every single square section on the dial. This is something that I've never seen on any sunburst dial on any watches ever, thanks to tapestry pattern. The dial production was previously outsourced, but every Royal Oak made in 2010 and onwards now features an in-house made dial. The date window has the same color as the dial itself, which hibernates the date to make the watch look simpler, elegant and sleek. The smaller font and size of date window further helps in keeping the watch symmetrical. The date size is so relative and camouflaged that it's there when you need it and it's not there when you don't. Just to elaborate, I find myself more often than not just staring at the intricate dial pattern and the faceted edges of the white gold hour markers. They are so gorgeous aesthetically that it is purely hard to not look at them and admire. The Royal Oak's case and bracelet are unique and extremely distinguishable in the world of watch industry, crowded with similar looking designs. From the signature hexagonal bezel with its 8 fully functional polished screws, which contrast the vertically brushed top side and polished outer edge of the bezel nicely, to the perfectly beveled polished case band and lug edges with contrasting vertical brushed lines, to the matching bracelet with its flawless polished and brushed facets. The finish and design of Royal Oak are unmistakable. It attracts attention, the attention that is classy and subtle. The level of finishing on the bracelet and the case is top-notch. The interplay between polished and brushed surfaces, especially when it comes into contact with the light, is purely mesmerizing. The combination of brushed surfaces and polished angles is striking, especially when the watch is fully exposed and lighting catches it the right way. Even the chamfered facets on the bracelet link sides create a stunning visual spectacle when hit by light. Something extremely gorgeous is that brushed surfaces are all uniform with the pattern for brushing in the exact same vertical direction. The level of brushing on the bracelet and the case is unlike any watch I have ever seen. The brushing is undoubtedly the best in class in the business, period. The quality of brushing is so superior that it tops over many polished watches from the competition in terms of brightness and smoothness, yet exhibiting all pattern of parallel brushing. Looking at the whole package from the case to the bracelet and then the clasp, every profile of the watch has sharp edges and corners, which add a very bold and daring look to the watch. The whole watch case and bracelet appeared to have been built from only 3 angles: 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 90 degrees. The bold and daring design makes this watch so much special and unique from anything in the rest of the business. The sheer presence of hefty bezel and the bracelet, the radiance of silver dial, and the miniature light storms going on and off on the markers and the hands with the wrist movements are something that are purely mind-boggling and overwhelming. The back of the watch is as impressive as the front. A look through the sapphire case back reveals the beautifully finished self-winding movement caliber 3120, which beats at 3 Hz or 21,600 vibrations per hour. The bridges are finished with Court Stitch Geneva. Bevels of the bridges are diamond graved. Inverted snailing on bridges with circular graining on the main plate, all done by hand-operated machines. The automatic winding of the mainspring is handled by a beautifully engraved 22-karat rose gold monoblock oscillating weight with increased efficiency thanks to ceramic ball bearings. Additionally, the rotor is bidirectional, meaning it winds in both directions, a feature that should hypothetically increase the winding efficiency. When fully wound, the 3120 has 60-hour power reserve, which is nice as anything over 42-hour power reserves seen on most watches is a welcome sign. A total of 280 components make up the movement, 40 of which are jewels. On the wrist, the piece has substantial presence, not only because of its dial size of 41 mils, rather because of its lug-to-lug size of 51 mils. And since the first link connecting to the case doesn't protrude straight down, rather it tapers down to about 15 to 20 degrees angle towards the wrist, making the span of the watch of about 54 mils. So this piece definitely wears bigger than any 41 mil watch in the market. That being said, The wrist size you're looking at is 6.5 inches, and the case with integrated bracelet hugs the wrist nicely without any link or lugs flaring out of wrist, making it suitable for smaller wrists as well. The bracelet contours to the wrist brilliantly and has very thin profile. Also, the clasp feels solid and sits close to the wrist like nothing else. This concludes my review of this unbelievably beautiful AP Royal Oak. If you have any comments, leave them down, and if you have any queries, let me know and I'll be able to help with that as well. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content I'm doing. Thanks again, and until next time, have a good one.